Good day, my name is Sky, and I appreciate you spending some study time with me. I'm here to help you make money in online poker by teaching you key strategies and getting you to take action. I've got a really good episode for you today because I'm talking about something that's really important, a huge focus for myself right now, and that's having no expectations of positive results while I am playing. To help you take notes with this episode, go to the show notes page, smartpokerstudy.com/pod491. Okay, let's roll. Gambate!
Alrighty then.
So first off, when you have expectations of winning, some positive expectations, that leads to being a results-oriented player. You're thinking about the money that you're making or the money that you're losing, and it's potentially affecting you negatively. When you have results orientation going on in your mind, that leads to a fear of loss. And we all know what a fear of loss leads to.
Afraid to lose her, I think.
What does that got to do with anything?
Everything. Fear is the path to the dark side. Fear leads to anger. Anger leads to hate. Hate leads to suffering.
Thanks, Yoda. So, here are some high expectations hands, kind of things that happen all the time. We're all guilty of this. I know I am. These hands are all hero-related hands. Let's go through them real quick. So, you're dealt pocket aces in the big blind. Right away, dollar signs flash in your eyes. Those expectations start to go up, right? So, we got an open raise. Awesome, we get to 3-bet right now. Holy cow, a call. Oh, a fold. Holy cow, another call. Even if I raise right now and everybody folds, I still win a lovely 9 big blinds, right? Those positive expectations, they're starting to skyrocket here. So what do? I come in for the 14 big blind 3-bet with my pocket aces versus 3 other players. Holy cow, the open raiser under the gun, tight aggressive 19/16 player decides to shove on us. Awesome. I mean, the worst that's happening is we're chopping if he has the other pocket aces, right? We hit 2 folds and then we decide to call. Now, we called for 119 big blinds total. He had us covered and he turns over, before we see that flop, he turns over pocket jacks. We are so excited. We are going to win a 259 big blind pot, right? But then the flop. Oh crap. Jack, deuce, 10. He hit a top set on us, and then we don't even have a spade for a backdoor flush draw on the 2-spade flop, right? The turn comes a queen. Awesome, we picked up a straight draw. Maybe we'll get lucky with the king. But no, a 4 hits. We lose our pocket aces versus his jacks. He takes down the 244 big blind pot. Those high expectations, now that we've lost the hand, that can really hurt us mentally. And we start to go to the dark side, like Yoda discussed. Pocket 4s right here. Open raise under the gun. We get a few folds, and then the big blind player decides to call. Okay, 5 big blinds to the, or 4.5 big blinds to the flop of ace, queen, 4, all spade. So we hit bottom set, all spade board. A little dangerous, but we've got that set right now. Things are looking really good, right? He checks. We bet 3 into 4.5. He ends up calling. Okay, we're potentially getting some value. We're ahead of any ace high, any 2 pair, any single random spade right now. Another ace comes. Awesome. We've got a full house. 4s full of aces on the ace, ace, queen, 4 board. He checks. We bet 7.5, 3/4 pot roughly. And he calls us. Okay, this is good. 25 big blinds. We have a full house. Loving this spot right now. Now the 5 hits. Well, it doesn't really change much, right? We still have a full house. 4s full of aces. We're making bank right now. He checks to us. We have to value bet this river. We bet 17.5 into 25. He shoves on us 87 big blinds. Hey, this guy could just be bluffing. He might even just have an ace. We've got to make this call. Boom. We call. The pot is 200 big blinds, and he turns over ace 5. He had aces full of 5. He rivered us right there. Our pocket 4s on the flop, hitting a set, turning a full house. High expectations are dashed. Our mental state is going to the dark side, right? One more hand right here. 3-7 offsuit. Now, if you see this hand, we're in the big blind. I'm sorry, 3-7 suited, I mean to say. In the big blind. Our HUD isn't even popped up yet. We have 100 big blind stack right here. This is our very first hand at the table. I mean, we don't expect much with 7-3 suited. If anybody raises, we're probably going to fold right here, not going to defend. But we get a limper under the gun. Okay, a couple of folds, and then the small blind decides to limp. Hey, we get to see a free flop with 7-3 suited. What can go wrong? Well, the flop comes down 4, 5, 6 with 2 clubs. We have the 7-3 of clubs. So we flopped a straight plus a gut shot straight flush draw. Things are looking great right now. Our very first hand, we're going to double up through one of these guys or take the short stacks 37 big blinds, and we're going to win and start building our stack in the very first hand at the table. So he checks, small blind checks. We bet 2 big blinds into 3 big blinds on the flop, just trying to get some value, right? Ooh, the under the gun player who limped decides to call. And the big blind calls, or the small blind calls. Awesome. The pot is now 9 big blinds going to the turn. The queen of hearts. It doesn't put any better cards or better hands on the board right now. It doesn't complete any draws. We still have the 7 high straight. He checks. We bet 7 into 9, going for max value, trying to charge players with anything weak. Maybe somebody just hit a top pair of queens. We want chips from them. The under the gun calls. Oh, geez. And the small blind calls as well. So we're still multi-way, 3 players to the river, 30 big blind pot, 5, 6, 4 queen, and then the 8 hits. I'll say that once again, 5, 6, 4 queen, 8 with 3 hearts as well. We have a straight, but now things are looking pretty precarious for us. Small blind checks to us. And we decide, they don't have to have a flush right here. They don't have to have a higher straight with like a 7, 9. On the 4, 5, 6, 8 board. Well, let's go ahead and bet for value. But we make a mistake, I believe. 30 big blinds into a 30 big blind pot. We kind of make it so easy for them to fold anything other than a flush or a straight that chops or beats us. The under the gun player folds, and then the small blind player shoves 230 big blinds. We only have 60 big blinds behind, so he's trying to put us all in effective. But here's the thing. We weren't, with our 30 big blind full pot sized bet into the 30 big blind pot, we probably weren't getting called by anything worse. And we're probably not getting shoved on by anything worse than just a straight on this 4 to the straight, 3 to the flush board. But what do? Huge mistake, I believe. We decide to call right here, and then he turns over ace 7 of hearts for a rivered, for a rivered flush against us. He crushes us in the very first hand. And now we've all experienced stuff like this. This can easily lead to anger and then, of course, the dark side. So here's the ultimate lesson from this video. No expectations, no frustrations. See, you want to be content with your decisions, especially when you're ahead at the time. Like that first hand, pocket aces versus pocket jacks, all in pre-flop. Awesome. We done a good job right there. We got it all in with the best hand. You're better able to remain calm when you're content with your decisions, and you can continue playing well and win back any potential losses. If I had remained calm and just let whatever happen, don't let the results affect me, after those pocket aces, after the pocket fours, after this 3-7 suited, I might be able to continue playing with a calm mind and making sound decisions, good reads, good plays, and then win back that money. The idea for today's episode came from some game tape that I recorded earlier, and I got into a really interesting hand where I purposefully ignored expectations or didn't allow myself to have any expectations so I can remain calm through the hand. Let me just lay it out right here because I'm going to play the game tape for you. It's a little hard to hear because it was early morning. I was speaking kind of softly to us not wake up the family that's sleeping just down the hallway there. But I had pocket queens. I open raise and I faced like a 73 big blind shove and I decided to call.
Now he shoved on me with king 10 suited and I ended up going on to win the hand.
And so let's check it out. Queens. Open raise. Oh, are you pissed off? That's fine. I mean, you have ace, king, you have jacks, and you have tens right here. You have king 10 as well. So whatever happens, happens. I'm not even looking. I'm literally not even looking at the screen right now. I mean, I care, but at the same time, I know that I got it in with the best. I made the best play I could. So there's a whole thing. No frustrations. Because of no expectations. As soon as I see that, I know I'm ahead, but I'm not going to expect to take that pot down because what happens, and I know this for myself, when I get involved in a pot like that and I'm way ahead on the flop, if I start counting the dollars, if I look at the pot and I say, oh my God, I can't wait to have a 230 big blind stack, if that goes through my head and I lose, it bums me out big time and I can get angry and go on tilt at that point, right? I've been assessing and thinking about my tilt and anger issues with poker for a long time. And that's one of the things when I expect to win a big pot and lose, it crushes me and crushes my spirit. So You guys saw what happened right there, right? Queens, he shoves, I called. As soon as I called and I saw his hand, I literally looked down at my cup of coffee and I have my spoon in my coffee. You can hear it. I just started stirring my coffee right there and looking down at it because I do not want to have any expectations. So in that game tape you just saw, I did not have my face on the camera so you couldn't see me, but I was truly, just imagine this right here was my coffee mug. I had my spoon in. I was truly looking down, ignoring that because I did not want to be results oriented. That was only like the first 24 minutes of my 1 hour session, and I wanted to keep playing for the full hour, right? So that really, I guess, highlights the kind of thought process that I'm trying to put in as I'm playing and the things I'm doing to try to remain calm when I get it all in, when things are getting hairy on various hands. Every mistake is a learning opportunity. So when you make those, tag those hands, study them, and then grow from those opportunities. Like this 3-7 suited hand, for example. On the river, after I had flopped my straight, but the river came 4 to the straight and a flush out there, 3 hearts, I did not have to bet 30. I could have easily just checked behind because I can reason to myself, well, what could call and give my straight value right here? Maybe just a queen, maybe some weird rivered queen 8, maybe 4-5 2 pair. Very small parts of his range can give me value. A check might have been better, or maybe to squeak out that little bit of value, just betting 10 into the 30 instead of going full pot, making it so they're only continuing with hands that are better than mine. I recognize that as a mistake. So what do? I open up the tags and I tag it with mistake right here. It's already tagged for that, of course. And by tagging it, like I said, you can go through, study those tagged hands and grow, learn from your mistakes. Now it's time for you to take action. First, please like the video if you like the video, subscribe for more, and leave a comment down below. I appreciate you helping spread the word about Smart Poker Study. Next off, new idea, no expectations, no frustrations. Put on a sticky note, attach it to your monitor. When you get into those kinds of spots, when a lot of chips are on the line, look away, stir your coffee, barf into the trash can if it's that kind of spot, right? Try to do everything you can to remain calm. Take a breath, and then return to the screen, and then continue playing with a calm mind. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in the next one.